Just when you think Twitch news couldn't get any crazier, we wind up here. Now, this time it has nothing to do with Twitch per se. It has to do with a deranged Twitch chatter that drove 700 miles to burn a streamer's car on fire.
This happened 2 weeks ago when I was on vacation. I was asleep. It was around 2 in the morning and my mom called me and woke me up. She was crying and I knew something really bad had happened. And she said, "Someone caught your car on fire. I'm so sorry. I have to go. The police are here."
Now, when any of us get into content creation, none of us go into it thinking everybody on the internet is sane. Far from it. We all watched as Amaranth Stalker stalked her for years, but never did that person go as far as to burn something of her property that she worked so hard to get. Luckily, Justfoxxii was smart enough to have security cameras all over her property, so she was able to capture this guy on the spot.
Thankfully, the cameras caught the guy doing it, and I went back to watch that. I also forgot to mention, traveled around 700 miles to come and do this to me, which makes it so much worse in my opinion. I watched him put a brick on my car, on the hood, and some pot, and he lit something sticking out of it and walked away casually, like he didn't do anything. The next clip after that was the front end of my car engulfed in flames. That's the first thing I saw. I just couldn't believe that I was watching my car that I worked so hard for just burn.
Now, naturally, you would think if someone were responding to this, they might be sympathetic, empathetic, show love, and send support. No. Twitter is full of maniacs, and the first thing that people did was accuse her of creating some insurance fraud scam, whereas the guy is in the footage. That it's not even possible. And the first comment I read was someone just being like, "Oh, it's weird that you have the car burning, but not the guy in the footage." It's like, homeboy, you didn't watch the full footage. It's crazy to me that whenever these things happen to women, it's just people are always reaching as far as they can to blame the woman first.
I just never thought that when I started streaming back in 2015 that something like this would ever happen to me.
And no one should ever expect that this would happen to them just from getting into content creation like Justfoxxii. But this is the danger of deranged parasocial environments. Now, this is not Justfoxxii's fault in any way. I don't think anybody should be spreading hate toward them or accuse them of anything. But Twitter's going to be Twitter. And at the end of the day, they caught the person. I really hope they end up with severe charges so they can't do this again. I hope Justfoxxii and their family recovers well. Stop doing unhinged things to streamers and content creators. And that's the video. Thanks for watching.